And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. And Davis sends it back.
What a play by Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nuh-uh. Not on my watch.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by Irving. And the basket by Lillard.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. Here's Kuzma. It's rebounded by Dallas. Left side, Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. However you feel about Kyrie Irving, you cannot deny, Doris, he is an elite player still.
Kevin, there are many who consider Kyrie Irving to be the greatest finishing guard in the history of the game. I mean, left hand, right hand, a little bit of English and polish, big shot maker. And what I love for Kyrie Irving right now is he seems content and happy.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Bucks?
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Pass to Irving. Davis gets a wide open look. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
It's always a good sign when the three is falling for Davis. It really opens up the rest of his game.
Now the Mavericks with it. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Coach said how much he admires Klay Thompson, saying that guy is a champion. Coming back from 2 years away, Thompson's still one of the best two-way guards in the league. Nothing but respect for Klay, and there's zero argument here. Thompson surely a future Hall of Famer. Guys?
Thank you, David. Gafford with the steal. Back to Irving. Outside, Davis. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to Irving. Thompson from long range. Another 3 for Dallas.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Here is Lillard. They need this. A rebound by Washington. To the paint. Here's Davis. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Bucks trailed by 7. Here's Lillard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got 6.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Here's Davis. Now here's Gafford. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Washington. Back to Gafford. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. There's 49 seconds left in the first. Dallas leading by 5. Thompson from long range. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. An amazing athlete. The length, speed. Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
A shot by Thompson. No one's around. Off target from outside. Pass to Lillard. Shoots over Washington. Back to Lillard. And he makes good on the layup. 8 points for him.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 11. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
To the middle. Here's Davis. Davis owning the paint and gets it to go.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Offensive rebound. And they'll get another chance. Here's Jackson. Kick out to Giannis. Here's Lillard. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Lillard's got the lead up to 1 now for the Bucks. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. The 9-foot shot. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead. Dallas with the ball. Pass to Gafford. Here's Davis. Good. Nice job down low. Davis has got 7 points.
And just a good job of getting a high percentage look. Davis knows how to put himself in position to attack.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Milwaukee in the lead. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
And finished off by Porter.
When he's going, KPJ is a deadly offensive player. Can beat you in so many ways, including off the bounce.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Pass to Portis. And they call an illegal screen here.
Not screen. When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Back to Irving. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. On the wing, Porter. Here's Portis. The kick out to Lopez. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Pass to Porter. The kick out to Lopez. 6 on the shot clock. Portis for 3. Thompson with the rebound. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Mavericks. Now Thompson. Outside, Davis. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Over in the corner, Portis. For the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Portis has got the lead up to 4 now for the Bucks.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. .26 seconds left now here in the second. Trent with the wide open look. No good on the triple. Mavericks trailed by 4. Irving drives in. Thompson for the triple. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
This is what you call a dead-eye three-point perimeter shooter. Klay Thompson doing work.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
The Bucks shooting their first foul shot of the game. Here's Irving. Fires for 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Bucks on top, leading by 4. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Milwaukee leading by 4. Antetokounmpo. That's a 2-pointer. And the shot is good. Giannis has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Bucks. ADB, one thing about Kyle Kuzma, at 6'9", he is a big wing.
Well, what I love about him, Kevin, is that he's such a strong shooter. He can bang in the post if you need him to. He always puts up solid rebounding numbers. And I think the final piece we've seen him developing is his ability to distribute the basketball.
The foul couldn't hold Davis down. His scoring ability is just that strong.
For Dallas, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Lillard, bounce pass. Takes the 13-footer. Mavericks with the rebound.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Outside Irving. Over Prince. And the shot falls short this time. And the Bucks with possession here. Leading by 5. Lillard from outside. And Davis pulls it down. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Pass to Gafford. Over in the corner, Washington. Good on the triple. Washington's got 5.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Pass to Lillard. Screen by Giannis. Lets it go with the 3. And Brook Lopez gets the 3. Lopez has got his second bucket.
It catches people off guard to see what a smooth stroke Lopez has for a big fella.
Inside, here's Thompson. Inside, Klay Thompson.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Shakes him. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And no one in the league does it better. Giannis feeling the contact there, almost using that to propel himself for the finish.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, he has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
But there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. To the inside. Washington. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. He's got 9.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Anywhere on the arc, Thompson is a threat. You have to do all you can to run him off that line.
Lillard, right side, and Lillard throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Substitution for your Bucks.
1:10 left here in the third quarter. Thompson up top. 13 points in the game. On the wing, Irving. And stolen by Lillard. The finish. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
That's just tremendous hustle by Trent Jr. Getting out in front of the defense, making himself available in transition.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket. And watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And that one falls for Irving. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Milwaukee leading by 4. Outside Porter. Down low. Green the screen. Nice shot by Portis.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
To the paint. And Gafford throws it down.
Well, this is why Kyrie Irving can make a defense look bad. He can beat you with his scoring or his passing.
On the wing, Porter. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the third. No good on the three.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to talk to his guys. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Irving with it. And stolen by Portis. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Bucks lead by 4. And will... And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Mavericks trailed by 4. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
To the inside. Back to Irving. Back to Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To tie it up. And it's all evened up.
You know, Klay Thompson is calm, cool, and collected. The quick release to beat the shot clock.
Lopez. Rebounded by Gafford. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Here's Christie. Here's Thompson. Outside for Davis. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Irving with a clean look. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Well, you know that Kyrie is going to be looking for a shot in that situation. It isn't hard for him to find one ever, it seems.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Man, that jumper on balance and on point. Lillard working over that medium range area.
To the middle. Here's Christie. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Pass to Prince. Stolen by Thompson. Now the Mavericks moving it up. The shot's good from Christie. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
You see the offensive force that is Kyrie Irving. Sometimes it's the scoring. Right there, it's just passing.
Lillard. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got 23.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Out to Thompson. Now Irving. Here's Christie. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
You know, he doesn't let that opportunity slip by. Buries some big shots at the line.
Lillard outside. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Pass to Gafford. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. There goes, oh, what a move, Giannis!
And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Thompson in the corner. Outside Irving. And stolen by Prince. And Davis sends it back. And they're able to recover. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter.
Oh, my goodness. Lopez with a big-time delivery from the big man.
Here's Gafford. Got it. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Dallas.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively. So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game. Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
Back to Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Yes!
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Outside for Davis. Thompson in the corner. Outside, Davis. From past the arc. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
For sure. For you, I make them cry for you. I can't get tired of you, desire you. I would five of you if there was 5 of you, no lie to you. For you, it's like I'm 5 of you. For me, for you, now I need a shot of you. Sound with you, I do what I gotta do. I just wanna vibe with you, would die for you. Put them to the side for you. I ain't gotta hide from you. Then I make you. Had you out to your body. G6 Scotty. The way you got it. Like Hibachi, blast on Friday. I can't pass on Stockton. Malone come home, I was wrong, baby, I was wildin'. Blowing up your phone, what you wrong, where you at, baby, girl, I'm starting. Wanna be alone, I'd rather you do that than be outside. I ain't tryna troll, but I'm grown, so what's going on, just be honest. What's with all the aqua silence? You gotta know that in this.
24 one night. I wanna be with you. Money up, okay, you match my vibe. I wanna be with you. 24 one night. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you.
We're all set to bring you NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. Durant with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Booker with no one around. And the three off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Now, here's Bull. Just 5 to shoot. To the inside. And the dunk by Booker.
You can see when a guy like Devin Booker sees a lane to the rim, he's going to exploit it.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Now, I brought up Devin Booker's name, and he winced a little. He said, can I tell you something? I'm worried about Booker. I'm ready to double up on him and fight the good fight, but if he gets hot, we're in trouble. So, I guess it's hope for the best and prepare for the worst, guys.
Thank you, David.
That KD is showing a little bit of elevation.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Doncic. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Wow, gritty play by Rui Hachimura. Doesn't let the foul prohibit him from finishing.
And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
The Lakers with a quick start to this game. It's a three-point game. Doncic with the bucket.
Wow, quick trigger from Luka. Ready on the catch to release and fire.
Now here's Booker. Into the lane. The layup missed.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
You know, Doris, every so often there are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around, and Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin, and if I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point, Luka is unguardable.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Coming into the floor for your Lakers, number 17, Dorian Finney-Smith.
It's LeBron with the drive. Doncic outside. Shot clock at 6. LeBron can't get it to go. Suns still looking like they're getting going here. They trail by 6.
Woo-hoo, that was an explosive move by Devin Booker. Decks it and finishes.
Now here's Doncic. Reeves with it. He's picked up by KD. Kicks it out to LeBron. Shoots over Beal. LeBron with the bucket. James has got his second basket of the game.
No question, James has the green light from anywhere. That mid-range is just another area where he's dangerous.
The Lakers making a switch here. Lakers leading by 6. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Doncic. Good D by Booker.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Pass to Beal. Kicks it out to Booker. Now Durant. And it's Beal in the corner. Got it. Good job in the low post.
This is where his length and size are a factor. Kevin Durant getting an easy opportunity inside.
Here's Doncic. Back to Finney-Smith. James looking around. Launches a 3. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Well, this is where Dorian Finney-Smith has really come such a long way. What a transformation to a real threat beyond the arc.
And that one's good. Richards.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Back to Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
How about the vision from Devin Booker? Yes, he can score it, but that's a pretty pass.
Durant with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Booker's got it. And the layup falls.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
The Lakers in the lead. Pass to LeBron. And Ball pulls it down. Outside, KD. Knocked away. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Lakers.
The Suns, 14.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
Here's Reeves. Pass to Vanderbilt. Shoots from 8. That one good for 2. Reeves has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Lakers. Craig in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Pass to Vincent. With the drive. And there it is for him.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Shot from the wing. Here's Booker. Oh! Booker with the bounce.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Substitution on the court.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. There's the drive. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And the Lakers making a change here. Here's James. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And already with an NBA body, Bronny battling down low.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. KD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the three of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin, they certainly have the talent.
David, indeed they do. Beal can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 3. In the corner, Finney-Smith with it. Reeves with it. He has 5. Again, Los Angeles. Analytics or the eye test, the optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
And so it's the Lakers with it after the Suns pick up 2. Here's James. Got a hand on it. Here's Booker. Out to KD. Back to Booker. And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That is his first foul of the game.
Rui Hachimura. That's his first personal foul.
Safety move. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's just superior balance from the crafty guard. If you allow Devin Booker to get close, he's going to draw your contact.
And Doris, one guy who rarely has an off night, Devin Booker.
He has been the model of consistent excellence, Kevin. This guy's so efficient, so productive, all about winning. I am not sure Devin Booker gets the credit he deserves for the level he's at every night.
Free throw good, James. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Here's Finney-Smith. On the wing, James. James gets inside and finishes.
And nice touch from the inside. I'm a fan of when LeBron just burrows his way inside and takes advantage.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. And Phoenix making a change.
Substitution.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half. James left side. With the shot. And Bull pulls it down.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
The assist from.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Hachimura. Back to Reeves. 5 on the clock. Hachimura, the screen. Kicks it out to James. LeBron with it. Now guarded by Booker. Reeves, that's a 2-pointer. Los Angeles with another miss. Pass to Plumlee. Booker outside. Devin Booker attacking.
A little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. And a deep three from James. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The Lakers in the lead. Doncic outside. Doncic converts inside.
Boy, and the foul. Doncic has got great upper body strength, completes the play. Nicely done.
Lakers shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Durant lays it up off the glass. KD's got 14 points for the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And Hayes throws it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. And the shot goes in.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Doncic with it. Now Bol defending. Pass to Hachimura. Now Hayes. Wants to get it to Doncic, and does. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. The Suns trailing. You know, you talk about a foundational piece. To start his career, Devin Booker toiled through, Doris, a half a decade of losing in Phoenix.
It was all of that, Kevin, but what I admired most is through all of that losing, he never stopped working, and the losing never stopped bothering him. He never got comfortable with it. Now, all of a sudden, other players see his talent, they want to join him, and it's a much more competitive basketball team.
Now here's Booker after Luka Doncic's miss. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Impressive work inside from Doncic.
If you allow Luka to establish position because of his size, his strength, his footwork, turn the lights out.
Back to Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Plumlee. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Plumlee's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Second team foul. At the line for the Lakers, LeBron.
The first one falls.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
He hits both from the stripe. Here's Booker. 12 points for him. Durant rising up.
It's not just that Kevin Durant scores it. It is the efficiency with which he does it. This guy, you can lean into him on the offensive end.
Doncic feeling it out. Doncic brushes off the contact and hits.
They use your man as a shield to find a little daylight. Luka's so good in the pick and roll game.
And then Durant with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Doncic. 8 points for him. Pass to Reeves. And it's off from three-point range. The Suns leading. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
This guy is never afraid to take it to the rim. Sometimes that means up and over at Bradley Beal.
Doncic outside. 53 seconds left to play here in the third. Clock at 6. A three-pointer, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
For three, Booker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Pass to Reeves. Here's Doncic. Los Angeles with another miss. Suns leading by 4. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. With some changes. And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's ready to talk things through with the team. There's 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. Outside Durant. Three-pointer. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Great awareness in
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Bull. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, a guard has got to come with physical intensity on the interior, and Devin Booker does just that.
So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
Here's Richards. Outside for Beal. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Suns lead by 9.
Don't you love the confidence of Bradley Beal? In rhythm, in the catch-and-shoot game, so good.
Here's Doncic. That's a good one. Doncic outside. No good with the triple. Suns lead by 9. Now here's Durant. Over Goodwin. And the Suns tack on.
Get off me!
Boy, just the silky smoothness of the release of Kevin Durant. What
Blood
a treat
killer,
to
Nick.
watch.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. He was not pleased. He said, you guys look dead out there. Told them they've got to play with more activity. And then he said, this is not going to cut it. I have to see who's
Get
going to step
LeBron
it
off
up.
me.
Guys.
Thanks, David.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
6 on the shot clock. And here's LeBron outside. With that miss, he is now 4 for 7 from the field. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Suns?
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
Down low. And the dunk by Booker.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Lakers trail by 14. And here is Doncic. Jacks up a 3. Doncic knocks in the 3.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
LeBron outside. Back to Doncic. Fires the 3. LeBron shot is off. Suns leading by 13. Here's Durant. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. KD's got 17 points here in the second half.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Phoenix.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And Phoenix has possession. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Durant. The rebound by the Lakers. LeBron outside. Timeout called. The Suns. 1 second left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
It's not completely over, and they know that. But if they carry out their game plan, they should be golden.
Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what